1155 is out. 1154 also has been out for a while now, and it broke the internet essentially for One Piece fans. Spoilers alert, obviously, before you get into the video, we're going to talk about both because it's huge now after many, many, many years of being hinted at of this bigger figure who was standing 10 toes deep against Rocks. We finally got our first look at what the guy even looks like. And on top of that, kind of crazy, by the way, they just slid that in there. Confirmation that he's Blackbeard's dad. Not through like a massive reveal.
You didn't even need to. Oda didn't need to do that.
No.
Like,
but it's crazy how he was like, by the way, like this is Blackbeard's dad for sure. Which is just chef's kiss. Like I think I love that. Because Blackbeard, we don't have much background on at all. All we know is he one day was on Whitebeard's pirate ship and he caused mass destruction for a bit. So it's nice to see, okay, we're getting some like back lore why he is the way he is or who he is. Mm-hmm. So far, I'm liking it a lot. What was your first impression on seeing Rocks?
Seeing Rocks, well, unfortunately, it was already spoiled for me. On Twitter, it was just like a thing already.
I even texted you. I was like, "Did you read it?" I'm like, no, but I know. I know.
The thing is that, man, I kind of feel like this was a theory that was thrown around for a while now. Like no one knew anything about Rocks Xebec, but obviously everybody he has to be somebody. Like he's a Will of D member. He has to be important in the lore to some degree.
Especially after being confirmed for the God Valley incident, like he was part of that. He has to be someone huge. Exactly.
And of course there was always that little connection with what was it with Blackbeard that he had like something in his ship or something in like there was already a connection between the two.
On
there
the
was
ship?
like the sword that I know he doesn't. Blackbeard doesn't use a sword.
No, but Rocks does. So like if he had like a sword or something like that was maybe connected to, is that what you're saying?
What the hell was the connection? Oh my god.
I don't remember.
What's the connection between?
I know people just naturally thought there had to be something there because these two characters are very unknown, so that they have to be connected somehow.
That they have the same, dude.
What?
Literally the first thing when you type in what's the connection between Blackbeard and Rocks 5 years ago is the top thing is 5 years ago. The timing works out that Blackbeard is definitely Rocks' son on One Piece.
Like the timing? That's what it was?
On the One Piece subreddit, somebody 5 years ago was already talking about how Blackbeard must be.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey.
Like, this isn't a first... This isn't the first time... Man, I wish I could remember. Dude, I wish I could remember.
It's not important.
It's something like... No matter what, there was always...
That thread.
There was always some odd thread between the two of them.
Yeah.
And obviously, there aren't that many Will of D members to just be throwing around like that. At this point now,
it's probably all.
Every single member of the Will of D is essentially part of a lineage. Like there's a family tree with everyone except for Jaguar.
I was telling you, it's kind of like this meme now going that Oda loves nepotism because like, everyone's connected to his big family.
Yeah. And I'm sure at some point in the Elbaf arc we're gonna know something more about Jaguar because we're
how he connects maybe back or after Elbaf, who knows? Exactly.
So it doesn't really necessarily surprise me. Like obviously we were never gonna get anything from Rocks' silhouette. Like that silhouette was always dookie. Like Oda's silhouettes are always dookie.
Big Mom was terrible. Kaido was way off.
Loki was way off, dude. It's completely. But say that to say that it didn't really necessarily surprise me. I'm really happy about the twist. Like I actually do like the connection. I like the fact that there's something about the fact that that the son of Gold and the son of Rocks were both on Whitebeard's ship. Like there's something about
and then they clashed together.
Like you were saying, like this whole idea of nepotism is insane. And meanwhile, like I responded to you, like it kind of the way that Oda frames it though kind of makes it make sense. Like Whitebeard was a nobody, but we find out that Rocks picked him up through a Davy back fight. Yeah. And then through Whitebeard, obviously, now he ends up having his own crew, his own ship, his own legacy that he's out building. Yeah. Of course, he's gonna see the son of Gold, and then the son of Rocks as two people that he can bring into his family.
Someone brought that out. Someone said, "Why the hell would Whitebeard pick up Rocks' son? He doesn't even like Rocks." And someone pointed out that earlier in One Piece, he told I think either Garp or somebody, I think maybe even Roger told Whitebeard that no son should live out the sins of their father. Like, they're not the result of their father. So taking that same advice, he applied it to Blackbeard. Like, you're not your dad, so I'm giving you a chance. Same shit. Which is fucking poetic.
Then he realized I was full.
Yeah, the biggest fucking mistake I made in my life. I fucked up really
I should have killed this kid when I had the chance.
I should have killed you.
Should have fucking killed him when he had the chance.
Did you peep, you know how when Blackbeard was first introduced, way back in Jaya, there was the notorious like line that was not throwaway line, but it was a line that never got any like feedback. We never circled back on where Zoro and Luffy was like, not him, them. And everyone's like, oh shit, Blackbeard's more than one person. People have said that frame where you first see his full face, if you split it down the middle, like the left looks actually like a different character compared to the right. Like the right looks like a different person, and the left looks like a different person.
Well, I always thought that even the teeth were always different.
Mm-hmm. And you also have one of them has a line coming down his eye, and the other there's no line coming down either. So I don't really know what the fuck it means, but I feel like it's not too much of a coincidence if they're talking about Blackbeard is more than one person. And this guy looks like he might have like a split going down his like face where it's two different people. I just don't know like where does it even lead us to? Is a part of Rox in Blackbeard? Did Rox like split himself into multiple Blackbeards? I really have no idea where it goes, but I don't think it's too much of a coincidence that like those two kind of go hand in hand.
You think you think there's a clone of Blackbeard out there?
Like running around? I think
clones are now a thing in one.
I'm about to say. The Shanks thing did get me a little mad. Like the Shamrock thing got me a little tight. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you serious?
Because you remember when Shanks went to go talk to the five elders? We were like,
Shanks.
"What's Shanks doing up there?" It was Shamrock. I'm like, that's bullshit. Because all of a sudden I see Luffy do something. It's like, that's not Luffy, that's Doofy. And like, all right, come on, are we serious now? Like, this is what we're doing, bro.
That's what sucks about introducing clones into anything. Right?
Late into the game too. Late in the game is kind of crazy.
It's like when Marvel tried to do it with Secret Invasion, and everybody's like, "Oh, but anybody could be a fucking Skrull."
Yeah,
right?
it's like,
and it's like, oh,
it's too late to be doing this, bro. Like now I gotta look back at everything and be like, "Yo, he could have been anywhere, anytime." Really?
Yeah.
That's the same logic I have with this. Like, if I see another Black, I'm gonna get really tight. I don't think that should be it. I think it should be something like maybe Rox like put his will into Blackbeard or split himself into multiple Blackbeards.
That's kind of like what I was trying to get at. Like there has to be some idea here where like Zoro and Luffy both. Also, it's kind of crazy they never brought it up again.
Yeah.
If me and you met somebody that we instantly realized that there is more than one human being in this one person,
and our third homie is like, what's just not gonna. Yo, how do you know?
Yeah, and then me and Leo are just like,
no,
we're not gonna talk.
We just aura farm on the way out.
Even years later, we're not gonna be like.
I won't talk about it.
You don't think Zoro, like when he's ever alone with Luffy, you don't think he's ever like,
yo, what was that?
What was that shit?
They really act like it's not a big deal at all.
What was that?
And it's not even though like it was a one and done thing too. It's also the concept of multiple people being in one person that didn't come up anywhere else too. It's like we also met another character in One Piece who had two people inside of him, and Luffy and Zoro like, yo, that's more than one person. This is a one and done scenario.
It's a really weird situation.
Even Ace, when he confronted him, Ace didn't show any sign of like, I know you're more than one person.
Yeah.
Whitebeard never said that. It's only been Luffy and Zoro who's ever said that.
And they never bring it up.
So
they never bring it up.
So I'm really hoping Rox has to like tap into that a little bit. But so that being said, I was gonna say Rox. Also, the other thing I want to point out too, the two main takeaways I had when I first met him was the whole split thing too. But in 1155, we can touch that. In chapter 1155, when we really got to know more of like his personality, him interacting with Harold and them, I really think, and hear me out here, I think that Rox is just evil for the sake of being evil. I like to believe. I don't think he has any ulterior motives. I think he has the mindset of like, you just got to be the strongest and just take everything, and that's it. I don't think he has like because when I was raised, like the world government fucked me over. I think it's very much like, no, I just want to have the most power, and the world government has power, and I'll fuck with that. I want to have more power than them. Fuck them. I think he's truly just a linear path, like straight up. No, I just want straight up power, and I don't mind that. Because I don't see so far what could be an ulterior motive for this dude.
Listen, I think there's obviously a chance that you're right. Like, we don't know enough about this guy to definitively say something. But if you want power, yet you also know Emu exists, like, Bro was probably one of the only non-Five Elders characters
who just stepped in that
non-Sabo who like, because then Sabo had to really fight his way to get into the team.
He's fighting for his life, getting in and out. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rox did it like he was like, oh, like it's a fucking like.
He killed an admiral on the way in. He was like, oh, it's nothing. Your security's weak.
That's what I'm saying. Like the way that I see that as, sure, maybe you want power, but I also see that as something like, at the end of the day, he's still a Will of D member. Yeah. And I still see that as somebody who's trying to oppose, like, whoever Emu is by his character, by his core nature. Like, that is still kind of true with Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Crazy enough, right?
Yeah.
These are still people that Emo, I'm sure, looks at each of them and be like, these are
get them away
problems.
From
like, we need to literally get rid of these people. Get rid of Blackbeard, get rid of Luffy. At the end of the day, they are opposing whatever my viewpoint is. I can't really, whatever kind of power that Rox is trying to aim for, get whatever, still is something that Emo definitely by nature is completely against.
Yeah, it's definitely against like the world government, the world like is the one power. It's still against that. I agree with that. I just feel like where Luffy's Willa D, I think, is more rooted in like Joy Boy being like Joy Boy and like liberating, unifying the world. I think Blackbeard and Rox definitely represents the opposite side of maybe that Willa D, where it's like, no, I just want anarchy and chaos, and I want to be at the top. And maybe I could be wrong, but that's so far like I see so much of Blackbeard's drive in Rox. They seem very much a mirror to each other. I don't think Blackbeard. I think Blackbeard may have like a master plan he hasn't revealed yet, but I still feel that at the end of the day, I do feel like Blackbeard feels like I just want to be the top. I want to like take over the world. I want to be the world order.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know what it is with me. When I read 1155, I look at it more like, for some reason, I don't really see Rox as a bad guy. For some reason, I don't see him as the villain.
No.
Like like when we look at Blackbeard, he's the villain. He is the villain of like at least amongst the pirates. Like we're not including any admirals, whatever, into this equation. Like when we look at only pirates among pirates, he's the villain. And for some reason, I looked at Rox, and it's only been a chapter, only been 2 chapters, right? But like I'm looking at him, I'm like, there's something with him that I don't really see. I don't really see that. Like Blackbeard seems like he's deliberately aiming for terrible human beings to be on his crew, like with the guy
Jesus Burgess.
Jesus with
the guy from the prison cell.
Yes. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Like he was a horrible human being, and Blackbeard was like, "Yo, you should join my crew." Like Rox doesn't have terrible human beings on his crew except for Big Mom. And Kaido was terrible, but I don't think he was like always as bad as he eventually became.
Yeah. No, that's a fair point. I think Blackbeard definitely seems more evil. I don't think that Rox is insanely an evil villain yet. It just seems like his means are definitely not, you know, the best.
And Blackbeard never was raised by Rox.
No, yeah.
Like even by a kid, he was raised by Whitebeard. So it's kind of like I also struggle seeing like Ace is almost nothing like Gold.
Yeah,
right. And Blackbeard could easily also not be anything like Rox.
But I still feel like I see like I know what you mean. Like they're not the same character, and like one is actually recruiting, one is forcing recruitment. One I think is very much driven by the idea of like I'll just take whatever I want and kind of do with it and like figure that out. While the other one seems like he might be a more complex character, the other one being Blackbeard. But I still see both of them still having that same kind of goal in mind of I need to be the one at the top of the world order. So yeah, I see what you mean. I take back my point. I see what you mean about him being the more evil, and Rox could be more of the genuine, like I just want to do things my way. And if I hurt people, I hurt people, but I don't really want to go out my way to do that.
Yeah.
And speaking of that though, I do find it really funny. This is a little bit unrelated, but I do find it funny how Gold, I think, is the ideal pirate in a way where it's like I went out, I adventured, I gathered these crew members. And I do like a lot how Oda painted Rox as like this is a guy who had to recruit his teammates through daily back fights. Not a single one of them. They even said I wouldn't bat an eye at this dude. I don't give a fuck about him. I think that's a crazy little like foil of like this guy's the ideal like teamwork and friendship. This guy's like, nah, by any means necessary. Like we're just working together as a team. Like whatever.
Yeah. And it also makes sense. Like nobody from Gold's crew became big pirates. Like had their own crew, whatever. Meanwhile, everybody in Rox's crew essentially became somebody because they never wanted to be.
Yeah, they just got recruited. They didn't want to be.
Nobody wanted to be second fiddle. So the second that they had the opportunity to be somebody, they all became somebody.
Yeah, I don't think they look back at the Roxy like, man, those are the days. They're like, thank God,
thank God.
Fuck that dude. Holy shit.
Except for Big Mom, because she was fucking. She was. She was pregnant the entire time.
I can't say theory because it's fact, but like the fact that she actually was impregnated by Rock's pirates is fucking insane.
I don't know if it's a fact. Could have been just
like who else would it have been?
People in the islands that she was visiting.
That's even crazier. Like, I think it was the Rock Pirates who were just fucking Big Mom, which is fucking weird because she has how many kids? Fucking more than 10?
Bro.
Like, bro, that's fucking. She's putting up numbers on that shit.
I know.
The last thing I want to mention about Rock specifically, by the way, also, he has a sword. And they talk about like him and his sword have like amazing feats that can take down fleets of people. Do you know how like the One Piece community has allegations that Mihawk isn't really like the strongest because we don't see much of him? Do you think when Rock's at top he was 1-to-1 of Mihawk or he was better than Mihawk? Like, is there a chance this guy was a better swordsman than Mihawk?
How old is Mihawk?
I think Mihawk's been around for a minute.
He has to be like the same age as like Shanks, give or take, right?
It's sort of tough.
Around
like,
the same age.
The One Piece world, like you can be so old, bro. Mihawk age. Mihawk is 43 actually.
Mihawk is 43. Rox is probably 43, give or take, or like mid-30s probably in what we're seeing.
Rox died. It's hard to say. I'm trying to see if I can find an age for that. Rox, there's no exact age, but 38 years prior to the current story is when he died. So Mihawk would have been 3. Never mind. Because I'm kind of curious if Rox and Mihawk were to get into like a one-on-one, was Rox actually the best swordsman?
Listen, at this point, the way that Oda wrote it, like Mihawk would need to be the winner. Like, there's just no.
Dude, I'm kind of the train that maybe Mihawk's not actually the best. What? I mean, come on, dude. Fucking Vista on Whitebeard's ship kind of gave him like work.
When was that time we even saw Mihawk?
Exactly. That's a fraud. You're the best, but you don't do anything. How are you the best?
That's what everybody was saying about Shanks before.
Imagine we're saying LeBron James is the best basketball player, but he's not playing basketball.
We've never seen him play.
Remember when they say Will Chamberlain dropped 100? This is, you know what? This is
actually
the Will Chamberlain of One Piece.
That's a better comparison.
No one has video proof he's done any of this shit.
That's a better comparison.
No one has.
Yeah, no, I don't get it either.
It's weird.
He's probably top 5 to ever do it. He's probably top 5 to ever do it. He's probably top 5
behind Luffy with a sword.
I give Zoro. I give it fucking Zoro's great grandpa. I give. Hi, baby.
You think Sorry, last thing I want to mention. Unless you have more stuff too about Rox. You're still gonna count.
I give it Rox. I give it Mihawk. I give it Shanks.
Do you think Rox had a devil fruit?
Well, I mean, that whole thing of like the forbidden devil fruit in Elbaf, like, what the fuck is that? Like, it could be that.
You mean Loki's devil fruit, or you mean
what? You remember that one panel that they mentioned in Elbaf, like, oh, this is a forbidden devil fruit, like, whatever that is. I mean, is that does Loki have a devil fruit?
Loki's supposed to have one. It's supposed to be a very dangerous one. Yeah, but we don't know what it is yet. I'm saying,
I could easily see, with how much he admired Rox, I could easily see that being an inherited will shit.
Like, you think like Rox had it at first, and then Loki got it? That'd be so sick.
I mean,
I was just asking because you think like, do you think Rox initially had the dark fruit?
No, I don't think so at all. Because the way that Blackbeard was like researching as heavily as he was, like, because he specifically was like, I really want this specific power.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see, again, I don't really see Rox and Blackbeard being the same kind of person. I personally don't. I see them being similar-ish. They're not good human beings, but I don't think they're like.
Like, do you think, so I'll put it like this, like Luffy and Blackbeard on site.
Oh yeah.
You think Roger and Rox were kind of like, yeah, so that's kind of dog though. That's kind of dog. Like they weren't like on site. They were more like, I'm gonna fight you, but like I don't hate you like that,
bro.
Because I think that really determines it. If Roger sees
Gold and Rox were on some like Kid and Luffy type shit,
that's what I'm saying. If it's like that, then yeah, for sure Blackbeard and Rox are not the same. But if Roger was like, yo, I love everyone, but I fucking hate Rox, then it's very much like a Luffy Blackbeard parallel.
What I saw from Rox in 1155, I
So
do not
far.
see him
So
being
far.
that like Gold is like, oh my god, I hate this dude. This guy sucks.
Harold was
I
shown
don't
with them.
see it.
He invited him to the island and everything, and they were shown on Elbap.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, so far, I don't trust bro. I really don't trust
Loki's
bro.
looking up to this dude, bro.
I think Lowkey is I see Lowkey looking up to like, oh my god, like this guy wants to take control of the world. Like, oh my god, like that's what I would love. Like I think he sees that, and I think there's gonna be, because Loki still loves Rox. You can tell, like as an adult, he's still
Yeah. And I don't think Loki's that bad of a person.
But
Luffy's seeing something in this dude.
But I think there's gonna be a reveal of Rox that Loki never knew that might change his frame of mind. Is my theory. I think he never got the full picture of who Rox really was. But once again, I could be wrong. This is just way too early thoughts on somebody we just met.
You think it's an Indiana Pacers fan? Rox? Is that what it is?
That's what breaks Loki. Fuck this shit.
Oh, I love Halliburton.
Luffy, I'm joining your crew. Fuck the Pacers.